My name is Mike Brodziak. I'm the president of WTI. WTI makes functional ingredients for the food processing industry. By functional ingredients, we mean ingredients that performs a function that is a non-nutrition way. So our main segment is shelf life extension and pathogen control within food matrices. Our company has a goal of 3x growth over the next 5 years. And that is a big vision, is something that we need to shore up every function and every unit operation to make sure that we not only achieve that, but continue on a trajectory beyond that.
My name is Troy Magruder. I'm the Director of Production and Maintenance here at WTI. I came on as just another resource for the lean journey that WTI is undertaking. WTI has some very aggressive business goals as a company, not just from increased sales perspective, but increased profitability, improving our capacity, discovering latent capacity, and realizing some of these efficiency and productivity improvements will inherently allow us to drive down costs, which will then feed into some of our corporate goals of increased profitability over the next 5 years.
I'm Damon. I'm a Senior Project Manager with the Georgia Manufacturing Extension Partnership, part of Georgia Tech. Yeah, I think WTI is a company that is poised for growth. They're excited about accelerating their company's growth. They have a great product line that responds to a lot of needs in the food industry. And they were in a position now of being a company that is becoming more mature. They have a need to grow and expand. Production was a bottleneck, had been a bottleneck in terms of their ability to go out and capture more sales, to ensure that they were meeting delivery times and being responsive to their customers. There was a felt need certainly that they needed to improve their production capability, to maximize the use of their equipment and facilities that they had in place so that they could support the necessary growth for their business, the goals that they had, the strategic goals that this company had. Certainly the platform was, hey, production can't be a bottleneck if we're going to grow. That sort of spurred their lean journey to say, hey, how do we improve productivity? Well, let's shorten lead times. Let's reduce waste in our operations. Let's solve problems. That was really the genesis from a few years back into now.
Well, when you're tasked with some pretty ambitious growth goals, as we are, there has to be some data that you use to make decisions on a day-to-day basis. And you have to be able to access it quickly. It has to be accurate and thorough, and it has to give you the ability to process and analyze it in a way that allows you to make the best possible decision at the time. We had none of that. Our burning platform was treading water in the middle of a dark ocean and hoping there wasn't a shark around with no information. If people are going to embrace that lean culture, there's an information need that has to be there as well. And we were not operating on an information drive at all. We were operating on emotion.
So we're on the journey for 3x in 5 years, and the first probably real activity that we needed to do to go forward was to build the platform. And we needed to turn what was a lot of tribal knowledge and a lot of perhaps anecdotal knowledge of how things got done into something a little bit more formalized.
It's very important that as people are on their continuous improvement journey, and this was certainly true for us, that they have the ability to realistically look at their processes and pull information from that to say, these are things we do well, these are things we don't do well. Here are things that we consider to be roadblocks to our progress. Here are obstacles to our production. Here are inefficiencies.
Jose Flores, third shift foreman in dry blending. A lot of feedback was you bring up an issue and everybody would say that's how it always used to be, or that's the way it's always been, based on the way everything was. Basically, they gave you a time limit, and if you didn't complete in that time limit, you had to explain what happened. I mean, everybody was complacent. Everybody was complacent. As long as you got it done in that time frame, you were okay. It was too easy to beat. You could get a 90, 80% and still have some time to spare.
My name is Chavez Smith. I'm the second shift production manager. I've been here for about 6 or 7 years, give or take. At the beginning, I didn't actually see the improvement process. I mean, we didn't actually have anything that brought all the information together at the time. Mainly, we just relied on spreadsheets and things like that. Big giant pieces of paper, it was really archaic.
What I knew is, and had been exposed to, was the lean enterprise activity that could get us on the right trajectory. There was no lean way of thinking here at the company, and so I started implementing a lean enterprise process, and we hired a coach that was skilled in lean enterprise.